Hello, could you tell us a little bit about yourself, please? Well, my name is Father Shawn Carey, and I'm a priest here in the Archdiocese of Boston. I've been here since 2009, so pretty soon it'll be 5 years. And now I'm working as the director of the deaf apostle or apostolic for the whole Archdiocese of Boston. I know you've been heavily involved in World Youth Day. Would you be able to tell us a little bit about World Youth Day and what it is? Well, John Paul II, when he was Pope, and of course he was my favorite, he set up World Youth Day in 1985 because he himself said that he had a vision or a dream of many, many youth coming together to meet with Christ. He felt it was important for youth to see Christ and to see how they can become strong witnesses for Christ as well and spread the good news. So that was Pope John Paul II's goal in setting it up. World Youth Day happens every couple of years in a different city somewhere in the world. So many youth from all over the world ascend on that city for an entire week, and they go to different events. They hear the bishop speak. They go to Mass every day. They go to adoration, as well as other types of activities. But it gives them an opportunity to see youth from all over the world who share their faith. At the most recent World Youth Day, I had a young person come up to me and said that they'd never envisioned millions of young people of one faith. And they were so struck by that when they saw it. You've attended many World Youth Days. Can you tell me a little bit about some of the ones that you've been to? Well, my first World Youth Day was with you, of course, and that was in Cologne, which is a big city in Germany. That was back in 2005 with a bunch of deaf people from the US and Canada. We went as a whole group to Germany, and we met a lot of German deaf people there. For myself, it was, a pilgrimage. I was like a pilgrim being able to join, and I learned so much. Again, being with people of one faith. And it was so important to be able to see Christ through all of those people. Another World Youth Day that I attended was in Australia, in Sydney. That was back in 2008. The next one I went to was in Madrid, Spain, and that was in 2011. And that was the first time I actually hosted and led a group. And then again, I led a group to the World Youth Day in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, in 2013. The next one is going to be in Krakow, and that's the city where Pope John Paul II grew up. So that should be a great experience, and I'm excited to be able to lead that one. Tell me what you like best about World Youth Day. What do I like best? I think the closing Mass. I would have to say that that's number one for me in terms of all the events that take place during the whole week. All week long, you're busy attending lectures, talks, workshops, Mass, different types of activities, and there's so much going on. But the closing Mass is like a pilgrim walk. We walk clear out into an open field, and that's where they have the closing Mass. And I think that pilgrim walk helps many youth realize that we give up our life for Christ, and we understand that Christ is there and that He suffered for us. And I think the closing Mass is best because, it's that moment where the Pope gives the speech to the youth, and that message impacts them greatly, and they bring that home with them. It's something that sticks with them. For example, Pope Benedict, one of the things he said from World Youth Day in Madrid in 2011 is that, faith does not need human proof, that it itself is a gift from God. It's a free gift. There's no requirement. It's a loving gift. And I think that impacted many youth, because we all require proof and want to see it. So World Youth Day is really about meeting Christ. That Christ is our life. He's in our life, and He walks with us, and He is our best friend. What made you want to get involved in World Youth Day and get other people involved? Well, I think it's sad to see that there are so many young people that feel left out by the church, or that the church has nothing to offer them. And a lot of them feel that the church don't support the younger generation. And I can identify with that because when I was young, I didn't see anything for young people. So I decided to get involved and help give back and share my experience. And when young people come back from World Youth Day, they are just revitalized and ready to be with Christ, and they're ready to spread His word to other people and to tell them to come on, get on board, it's worth it. So I think that's important for me to support youth always, because they're just so thirsty, they're so hungry to meet Christ. They want to know Christ more. They want to become best friends with Christ. You've brought young people to World Youth Day many times. How have you seen it? How have you seen them change before and after World Youth Day? Well, I've seen some big changes, and it's hit me as well too. I've changed, but wow, have they changed. They come back home with, wonderful life-changing stories. I had one young person come up to me and say that the adoration helped them understand Christ better, helped them be with Christ more, whereas before they never understood adoration. And I had another youth come up and tell me that they really didn't want to go to World Youth Day, and they kind of resisted it, and they didn't think it would be any benefit to them, especially since they didn't see the church supporting young people. But when they went, they were absolutely dumbfounded to see so many other young people, deaf people too, from other countries, all of the same faith, all there for the same reason. It confirmed their faith. So when they came back home, they decided they're going to church every Sunday, and they were going to get more involved with the church. So that's another example, and there are so many other wonderful life-changing stories that I've seen. If a young person wants to attend World Youth Day or get involved, where can they get information on how to do that? What would you tell them? Well, they can contact me. Do you have anything to say to people who are watching our interview today? I know that years ago, John Paul II, who is now going to be a saint, he had a famous quote, "Fear not." And I encourage all young people to join World Youth Day. It will impact your life and strengthen your faith tremendously. Thank you so much for your time and for doing this interview with me. Thank you, and God bless you. Well, thank you for having me here. God bless you too.